side led by Peter O'Mahony, the captain. And also Leary, trots out. Conor Murray is on the bench, covering the scrum half position. We've just heard that Peter Stringer is heading to Saracens for a loan period. Hasn't really featured. He's down to third choice in the Munster setup at the moment, so wants to get some game time. Very interesting to follow his progress in the Premiership in England. Peter Allen is ready to get the second half underway. Ospreys will kick off. Matthew Morgan with ball in hand. Peter Allen blows the whistle. Low short kick from Morgan. Munster secure possession. Referee had called maul, and Ospreys put in the tackle. A little bit unfortunate there, just one Ospreys man involved, Tom Smith. He's the captain tonight, guilty of pulling down a maul, and he thought he was well within the laws and making what he thought was a tackle.
I think he was the only one in the stadium who didn't do that.
Ian Keatley finds a safe touch. The Munster men march into the Ospreys half for the line out.
Good guys, keep that discipline. Keep it discipline, please.
Farley throws to the back, went a little bit too far, but Munster have possession. Whistle has gone. Throw wasn't straight. Ospreys off for the scrummage, 15 metres in.
Patience on the hip, please, thank you. 9 here, quickly, please, thank you. Crouch, touch, stand up. Guys, I don't want you head to head, okay? Check a discipline and a gap, thank you. That's the mark there. You're not on the head to head when you come down, guys, so don't creep forward as I'm going through the engagement process. Second. Let's go, Jim. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
And Munster got a boot to this one. All the bodies tumble to the ground. Munster compete for it.
Last feet red.
James King puts the head in. The ball comes back on the Osprey side. And Rhys Webb, the middle box kick, just got a bit too much distance on that one maybe. Dennis Hurley, plenty of time underneath it. Takes his chance to come on the counter-attack, looking for support. O'Leary was there. Throws a long pass infield. This is Donnacha Ryan. Ryan found Ronan. Ronan keeps the ball going out wide. Chambers reverse pass to Barnes. He's tied to that touchline. Good strength from Danny Barnes to stay in play, but Ospreys rob the possession. Can they come on the counter-attack? Munster defence a little bit out of line here. The chip ahead, it's all about the bounce. Barry Davies just couldn't gather the ball. Peter O'Mahony, the Munster captain, was back, gets to his feet, gets away from one tackle. Can't wrench his leg away from Rhys Webb. Eventually tumbles to the ground. O'Leary got the pass to Keatley. The ball squirts loose. Referee shouts play on. Zebo tackled as he received the ball. Munster get it wide to Danny Barnes. Barnes straight into the arms of Tommy Bowe and Joe Bearman. The Ospreys have robbed possession and turned it over. Jonathan Thomas protecting as Rhys Webb throws it deep. James King, head down, driving straight, was tackled. This is Morgan, moves the ball a bit wider. Ian Gough, nice step from the big second row. He's into a bit of open space here. When to go to Fussell. This is Rhys Webb. Can Webb make it all the way to the corner? Rhys Webb gets the pass inside. Fussell touches down. Is there a whistle? Fussell waving to the officials here. There was I think he's arguing there was nothing wrong.
You said it's not back, so we can go for the try. Yes. Just check the grounding, please. Time out.
Fussell's argument went back off a Munster hand.
We're now happy that the ball was knocked back by a red hand. Can you just confirm the grounding, because I did not see it, please?
Well, Rhys Webb looked like he might make it all the way through the pass back inside. Did it come off Keatley's fingers? It looked like it did. Fussell scoops it up. Well, the question to the TMO is about the grounding. Well, impossible from that angle to see whether Barry Davies got anything on the ball or not, but they've cleared that one up between the officials. Keatley desperately just got his fingertips to it. Barry Davies didn't touch it. And Fussell is in for the try. Bar something disastrous happened in the grounding. And nothing wrong with that. Try Ospreys.
Peter, have a decision. You may award the try.
Perfect. Time back on.
Paul Adams confirms what we all know from the TV pictures. Peter Allen awards the try. The Ospreys are in front. Tries and 40 appearances before tonight for Richard Fussell. That makes it number 11. Matthew Morgan has the conversion attempt to come. Three little bounces, sends that towards the post. It never curled back. It looked like it might. Stay to the left-hand side. And it's a 1-point game. It was a great break by Webb. Didn't quite have the pace to make it all the way to the corner. Keatley just got fingertips to it, but it wasn't enough. Fussell finishes, and what a finisher he is. Ospreys 11, Munster 10. Well, Munster got up and competed for the ball. Might have been a hint of a knock forward. Munster have possession. Leamy to Ronan. Ospreys up quickly to put in the tackles. The Ospreys have stolen the ball once again. Munster really letting possession go too easily at the start of this second half. Paul O'Connell, number 19, is into the action for Munster and putting in plenty of tackles already. Andrew Bishop smashed to the ground on halfway. There was roars in the crowd that it might have been a high tackle. Rhys Webb had a little snipe, just swallowed up by the Munster defence. The ball came forward off the boot of Fussell and he's released Ashley Beck. Thomas O'Leary chasing back. Barry Davies tried to step back inside the tackle. Danny Barnes was there. Webb, good quick ball for the Ospreys. They're 10 metres short of the Munster line. Aaron Jarvis couldn't find a way through that time. Well, Munster counter-ruck. I think Niall Ronan managed to get his hands on the ball. Ian Gough has stayed down. I think he's hurt, but he's just trying to stay flat so he doesn't interfere with play. O'Leary back to Keatley, deep inside the in-goal area. Keatley finds touch, doesn't find the crowd though. Quickly taken line out. Tommy Bowe. Tackled by Hurley and by Donica O'Callaghan. And Ospreys have the ball again. Plenty of black shirts out wide, but not much room to work in. Beck smashed to the ground by Paul O'Connell, among others. Ospreys still recycled. Jonathan Thomas. Rhys Webb rips the ball out and moves it infield again. Bishop on the direct attack route. Good defence from Munster. They put in the tackle, competed for the ball, and Ian Gough came in off his feet.
Straight to ground. No, I thought he would make a genuine attempt for the ball and Four just come straight off his feet.
Tom Smith, the Ospreys captain, just checking with the referee what was the decision. But the penalty is to Munster. Well, the Ospreys have really started the second half brightly. One try. And a lot of pressure on the Munster 22.
Time out, guys. We'll take treatment on the head. Yeah. 3 and 15, please.
15. Aaron Jarvis called aside. Cai Griffiths will come in to replace him in the front row. Barry Davies heading to the touchline as well. Cai Griffiths there, number 17, with the scrum cap.
Keep the time off just now. Right, time back on now, Paul. Sorry, my finger will be broken.
Ian Keatley's kick for touch got every ounce out of that, but it was spectacularly kept in play. Peter O'Mahony has dropped the ball. It's hacked forward. Dennis Hurley has to retreat. He'll need to get this one clear quickly. Hoofs the ball towards the touchline. Doesn't manage to find touch either. Well controlled by Ashley Beck, low into the 22. Munster under all sorts of pressure here. Duncan Jones wrapped up by Paul O'Connell. And Ospreys have possession again. It's pretty good stuff from the Ospreys. Webb to Morgan. Fussell, that second receiver in the line, well tackled by Munster. Tomás O'Leary in helping out with the tackles. It's there again for Webb. Quick hands, finds his hooker Hibbard. He's a strong runner with ball in hand. The referee's whistle blows. Penalty taken quickly by Rhys Webb. Is he going to get in for the penalty? I'm not sure he was anywhere near where the penalty was awarded, but the referee indicates the try counts, and the Ospreys rewarded for their pressure. Quick thinking by Rhys Webb, and he's in for the try in the corner, and the Ospreys supporter happy. There's the quickly tapped penalty. Zebo was wrong-footed. Tomás O'Leary couldn't get back to tackle his opposite number. Well, Munster asleep a little bit that time. They can see the second try. Great work from Rhys Webb on his 50th appearance for the Ospreys, in for a try. And is he happy? Yes, he is. Well, Matthew Morgan not having the best evening of his life. They've been very, very close, many of his kicks. They just slide either side of the post, and that one slips away as well. Ospreys 16, Munster 10, following that Rhys Webb try. Munster making some changes. Ian Dupreez is into the action. As is Ronan O'Gara. 4 points short of 2,300 for Munster. Dupreez is in for Marcus Horan. Ospreys get up and compete for the ball. They don't manage to catch it cleanly. Farley piled forward, but it just slipped out of his grasp. The referee decided that the first knock-on was by the Ospreys. The Ospreys aren't too happy with the decision. This is a replay of the try. Webb danced left and right. The Munster defence weren't set, weren't ready. And Webb just too quick. Number 21 for Munster is Conor Murray. Munster now with two South African props. Dupree's and Botha. Good shove from Munster. Control of the back just pops out now. Murray to O'Gara. Chambers coming on the burst. Well tackled. Munster rumble towards that 22-metre line. Paul O'Connell with the pick and ever to go. Tackle quickly, dump backwards. Ospreys players slow to get out of the way. O'Mahony ready to have a pick and drive. O'Callaghan is there to help out. Ospreys compete for it. This is Dupree's. Maybe a little bit isolated here. The ball ripped out of his grasp. Ospreys have it and can clear the lines. Good work by the Ospreys defence. Zebo is back there and halfway. Makes the catch. Keatley keeps the ball moving in field. O'Gara does likewise. Hurley needs some support now. O'Gara and Dirksen just in a little bit of a disagreement off the ball. Dougie Howlett well wrapped up, but the ball was there for Murray. Niall Ronan into contact. It's better for Munster, but it's difficult for them to make any progress. Keatley reverse pass. Didn't open up any space for Hurley. Zebo attempted to dance away from the tackle under a little bit of pressure now. Murray's in there to help out. Chambers moves the ball infield. Howlett almost intercepted. Howlett gets back to support.
Just a knock on. Last feet now, Black.
Munster are pushed back all the way to their 10-metre line. Whistle blows. There was a knock on. Munster were playing an advantage. O'Gara's kick was half blocked down.
It's on the mark for the timeout, please.
Well, O'Gara has come in place of Danny Barnes, who was playing at first centre. And it looks as if Keatley is switching to the centre position. This is a replay of the try in the first half. Dougie Howlett sprinting to touchdown. Ospreys' try was a little bit lucky as well, but it was a great break from Webb. And Rhys Webb scored the second try himself. Quick thinking by the scrum half on that occasion. Foxed the Munster defence. Damien Varley rather is back on his feet. Scott Johnston looking on. Never gives too much away when he's watching the Osprey side. Moss O'Leary obviously was just off as a blood substitution. Certainly with signs of blood on his face when Rhys Webb got in for that try. Conor Murray trots back to the side.
Early red. Good ball down. Good ball. Hey. Whoa. Over here.
Well, Tomas O'Leary not too happy with the attention he was getting from Rhys Webb. The referee doesn't decide there was much in it, or decides there wasn't much in it, and brings play back for the free kick. Adam Jones, smile on his face. He'll be hoping to get back from that calf injury soon. Well, it's been all Ospreys really since the half-time break, and as soon as I say that, almost an intercept just went forward off the fingertips of Ronan O'Gara. He's disgusted. He knows he should have done better that time. He read it well. And it was as if it was just too easy. He had two hands going for, decided to take it in one. Didn't hold on to the ball. Scrum to Ospreys. Farley again getting some attention. This looks like contact lenses. This was the chance for O'Gara. He managed to get that into his grasp. Munster had a great opportunity, just went forward. The Ospreys, big man waiting to take their place in the scrum when Varley has his lens problem sorted out. Mefin Davies just keeping himself limber in case he's called upon. Big shove from the Ospreys that time. Bearman pops the ball to Webb. Fussell comes back against the grain. Didn't open up the Munster defence on that occasion. Bearman picks off the backs, gets away from one tackle, doesn't get away from O'Callaghan. Or from O'Connell, rather. Ospreys come again. Lateral pass that time. Munster defence across. Can they get their hands on it? Niall Ronan maybe managed to steal the ball. Munster come in and compete for it. Whistle blows. Scrum Munster.
No, he was first man in. First man in. He's fallen there accidentally. You've got the scrum going forward. Don't take the law into your own hands. Two sub, please.
Well, Richard Hibbard heads to the side. Mefin Davies will come in. 39 times he's played for Wales. Makes his 29th appearance for the Ospreys. 39 years of age, a great old battler. Ian Gough taking the chance to relace his boots and retie his boots. Mefin Davies straight into the action in the front row for this scrum. I think the front rows went together that time before there was even a call of engage.
Both before my call.
Confirmation on your screen of the Davies-Hibbard switch. Early again, this time the free kick goes the way of Munster. Peter O'Mahony away. Gets the ball to Hurley. Hurley tackled very close to that touchline. Dirksen competing for it. Munster have the ball though. Leamy stopped as he received the ball. Quickly recycled though. This is better from Munster, but they struggle to put the phases together and build anything. O'Gara's kick for the corner. Doesn't find touch. Fussell is back there. He's plenty of time. Inside his 22, finds touch. Munster appealing that he might have stepped onto the 22-metre line. The officials agree Fussell was good. Finds touch just past the 10-metre line. Well, Munster have managed to slow down the Ospreys' attack in this game a little bit. They trail by only 6 points. Zeba bursting onto the little pop pass from O'Leary. O'Leary reaches in, gets it away again. O'Gara keeps the ball moving into midfield. Leamy with both on his shoulder. Wants to go right one more time. O'Gara straight into the Ospreys tackles. Ball comes back. Good work from Ronan coming in support. This is Chambers' little kick through. Paul O'Connell the one chasing it. was low. It wasn't perfect from Webb, but it came off a Munster shirt, so it'll be an Ospreys line out. It's worked out okay. Ian Gough just needs a little bit of attention. Peter O'Mahony must be wondering what's going wrong here for Munster. They had a good lead at the break. They failed to score in the first 20 minutes of the second half, and Ospreys have got 6 points clear. Ian Gough is okay to continue. Mefin Davies comes across to throw to this line out. It's just outside the Ospreys 22. Gough is the one used. Webb with the box kick from inside the 22. Howlett is underneath it. And Munster back inside their own half. Hurley is taken low. Advantage being played to Munster here.
Penalty advantage red.
Penalty advantage. You hear the call from Alan. Ziba doesn't find his man. Whistle blows. Play comes back for that penalty. James King, I think, the one that's pinged.
17 on the side.
Well, 17, not 7. Cai Griffiths coming in from the side. James Colin and Conor Murray look set to enter the action. Murray's been in for a brief spell already when O'Leary was receiving attention for a blood injury.
Let's go.
And indeed, here come Colin and Murray. Moss O'Leary heads to the side for the second time. James Colin comes on for Dennis Leamy. Awkward throw is very low for O'Callaghan. Did Munster manage to secure possession? Well, they did in the attempt to set up the drive now. O'Callaghan O'Connell hold to the ground. Referee's whistle is blown. Penalty Munster.
Shot called.
Well, all the body language looks like Paul O'Connell has taken over the captaincy. Munster up for the shot at goal. It was good defence at first from the Ospreys, but once Munster got some forward momentum, Ospreys body on the ground. 17 is Cai Griffiths. The Ospreys pull down the maul. Munster get the penalty. Ronan O'Gara has taken over the kicking duties. Sweet strike from Ronan O'Gara straight through the uprights. Munster are back to within 3 points. A valuable score. The first Munster score of the second half. Just now is the gap to a single drop goal or penalty. Ospreys 16, Munster 13. Murray to O'Gara. Launches the up and under, coming down around halfway. It manages to bounce. That's always tricky to deal with. Ospreys managed to get a hand to the ball and secure possession. Munster will really regret not getting a hold of that one. Fussell didn't manage to release the pass. Kirk Dirksen was coming outside. Munster competing on the ground, but not within the laws. Hands in the ruck. Colin penalised. Or was it Niall Ronan? They were the last two to get to their feet.
Shot. 6, just while I've got you, Captain. Just as I spoke to him in the first half about penalties creeping up, I know you've just received one. The last 3 or 4 have been against your side, okay?
Not in the same area, is it?
Oh, but just thinking about the discipline, please. Thank you.
Well, Peter Allen, he's awarded the Ospreys the penalty, but takes a chance to have a word with the Ospreys captain. They've conceded more penalties. It was Niall Ronan using his hands. He'll feel he was on his feet. He wasn't. And the Ospreys have a chance to respond and get the margin out to 6 points once again. Morgan, he's had 2 from 6 this evening. You can tell by the cheer in the Liberty Stadium that one is good. An applause from the Ospreys fans. Matthew Morgan, 3 kicks successful out of 7, but that's a vital one. Ospreys get the margin back out to 6 points again. Ospreys 19, Munster 13. A good response from the Ospreys. Good clean catch by Jonathan Thomas.
Off his leg, 1. Hold. Leave it. 8, leave it.
Well, Donegal Callahan having a little bit of a disagreement with Joe Bearman. Zebo's underneath the up and under, slips away from one tackle. Hauled to the ground though by James King. King's body is in the way there as Munster try and get the ball back. Murray has it now. Howlett, great handoff, great work from Doug Howlett. Keatley's in support, tackled at halfway. O'Gara, big hit comes in from Gough. Surely he was in an offside position when he started to run for that tackle. Referee's happy to let play go on. Dupree's in to help with the clear out. Munster just on halfway. O'Callaghan driving towards the 10-metre line. Munster have to do it again.
Easy. Lost forward. Your own man's foot.
The referee's whistle blows. Murray called for a knock-on. Well, it's been a fast and furious game, and it's beginning to take its toll on the players. Looking for a rest. There's some signs of cramp around. Players from both sides receiving some attention. And the Munster men, well, they need a big quarter of an hour here to get back in this game. They're still within losing bonus point range. A converted try won't take them into the lead. Another Ospreys score might be too much for Munster to return. BJ Botha laying down the law to the pack. Was the big hit by Gough, but I thought he'd arrive from an offside position. Farley did well to take such a big thump and retain possession. It has been a magnificent battle between two really committed packs. It'll just be interesting to see as the game progresses into the last 15 minutes how tired the players will be. Isaacs comes in, Rhys Webb limps to the side. Oh, what an impact he's had on this game. Set up the first try, scored the second. And he's been really lively behind the scrum. Early engagement once again. The referee gives the decision Munster's way and advances 10 metres for Tom Isaacs, throwing the ball away. Conor Murray takes the tap quickly. Munster drive towards the 22-metre line. Murray goes to that narrow right-hand side one more time. Dougie Howlett dancing left and right. Dirksen eventually got back to make the tackle. Ronan on the burst was well tackled. The ball is there for Munster. They have to commit a lot of players to protect it. O'Mahony goes to Varley. Both is there to support the hooker. The Munster pack might decide to keep this one tight. See can they drive the Ospreys back. Varley ready to go once again. O'Mahony on his shoulder this time. This is better stuff from Munster. Botha and O'Connell steal another 2 or 3 metres for Munster. Dupree's this time. He has Varley on his shoulder. Now Munster open it up. Quick hands, Hurley into the line. Good tackle comes across though. Great work by the Ospreys. The ball is there for Munster. Tommy Bowe asking can he tackle the scrum half. Peter Allen tells him not to. O'Callaghan straightens up nicely. This is better pressure from Munster. Can they convert it into a score? Duncan Jones rolling out of the way. Murray just slowed down a little bit. Murray changes the direction. Can they open something up here? Howlett had to wait a little bit for the ball. The black shirts got across and made the tackle. This is BJ Botha, head down, driving towards the line, held short, 5 metres short of the line. Murray has a little dart himself. Can Murray make it? He's held up a metre short of the line. Munster desperately trying to get their hands on the ball and rip it back. It's not coming out. Munster scrum. Oh, Munster. They're arguing, shouting at the referee a bit. They want to keep their discipline here. They have to put into the scrum. The last thing they need is to force Peter Allen to turn over the decision or give a penalty.
If you go again, I have to escalate it, okay?
Cai Griffiths there making the important tackle, holding on to Conor Murray's foot, eventually let go. There's another Ospreys player at the bottom of that pile. The referee has spoken to one of the Ospreys player, but it's a scrum, not a penalty awarded. He was threatening a yellow card the next time there's an infringement. Munster scrum, 5 metres out. Munster backs line up, ready to attack. The Munster forwards might have something else in their minds. Front rows have dropped.
You'd be in there, yeah? If you were that expert, you'd be in there scrummaging, yeah? Shoulders above the hips.
Peter Allen doing his best to keep the humour light.
Just give off the mark, please. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Penalty Munster.
17.
Cai Griffiths the one penalised now. What do Munster do? They've called for a scrum again. There's 10 minutes at least left on the clock. Munster have plenty of time. They want to force home the forward advantage here that they believe they've gained. It's a big decision. Well, the two front rows again together before the call of engage.
You're both in before my call. You're both in before my call of the game. I'll come round that side. Thank you. Keep patience. Patience. Guys, let's give off the mark. I don't want to... No, move your feet back too. Thank you.
Second. Set. Wait.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Ending.
Whistle from the referee. Penalty Munster. The clock is stopped.
17. Even though I'm on this side, I can see his head looking at me through the tunnel. He's got a head square and keep a positive mind. That's 2 against him in this set painfully. Any more, you know what I'm going to do, okay?
Stern words from Peter Allen, but no yellow card. Munster penalty. They've opted for the scrum again. They feel they have the better of Cai Griffiths on this side. Determination on the faces of O'Callaghan and O'Connell.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Well, it's moving all round again before Conor Murray can get the ball in.
The ball's never been down. Square and stationary, please.
Well, this scrum has taken a long time.
The minute you get a chance, you get
It's
the ball.
been reset twice on account of penalties. One early engagement. That time the scrum was moving all over the place before Murray could put it in. Munster need to remain focused and remain patient. Here's the shove from Munster. The front rows have gone down once again. Another shrill blast from
Same scrum. It's down on the far side. It's the far side.
Peter Allen.
It's the far side.
It's not a penalty though. It's a reset.
Anything? Time out. All six. All six. I don't need the captain. I just need all 6 front row. Guys, you're all starting to make each other look stupid. Okay? We must wait for the engagement. We must be positive in that engagement. Take a long bind. Okay, shoulders above the hips and be square and station until that ball's in. After that, we can scrummage. Okay? Same scrum. It's on this side. It's come down. Same scrum. Same scrum. Time back there. Here's the mark. Here's the mark, guys. Oh, that's the hooker's mark. Come across. Come across. You must be on this side of him.
Let's go. Set.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Ball in from Conor Murray. Munster with the shove. Front rows have gone down once again. Another penalty, Munster. Peter Allen showing no sign of going under the posts. This time, Duncan Jones, the one penalised. Munster called for the scrum one more time.
Different offence. You're not going forward. It's not a repeated infringement situation.
Well, the Ospreys crowd beginning to lose their patience. Slow hand clap around the Liberty Stadium.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
And this time it's an Ospreys penalty. Munster's focus just relaxed a little bit.
3. Watch his feet.
BJ Botha lost his footing as the decision. Ospreys penalty and they can clear. And Munster used up 5 minutes or more in that passage of play and they come away without a score. And the penalty doesn't find touch from the Ospreys. That's a mistake. Hurley on the counter-attack pops the ball up well. Botha was there in support. Can Munster set something up? Suddenly the clock is against them. Murray to O'Gara, the defensive line up quickly. Zebo just trying to change the angle a little bit, coming around the corner. Murray didn't have a pass option, took it into contact. O'Connell rather. O'Callaghan is on his shoulder. Two experienced second rows taking things into their own hands. The ball moved a little bit wider now from Munster. Just a slip from the ball carrier. Murray's across, under a little bit of pressure, picked the ball nicely timed. This is Colin, well tackled by Dirksen. Colin wasn't held, was able to continue, nicely popped. This is BJ Botha. Munster continue to drive. They're very tight to that touchline. Hurley stepped away, did well. That's the 22-metre line. Munster player receiving some attention. Murray had a look to see was there a gap. O'Callaghan back to O'Gara. There's too many black shirts around. O'Gara held on to possession. Good stuff from the number 10. Murray seeing was there any opportunity just to change a direction. Referee's arm is at advantage. Munster. O'Gara throws the ball wide, but Tommy Bowe is too tall. O'Gara should know that. Bowe might have been away, but play comes back for the penalty. What do Munster do here? They trail by 6.
Okay.
The decision comes to go for the corner. And O'Gara finds touch, not quite in the corner, but Munster within 7 or 8 metres of that try line.
Make sure they're on the ground. On the ground before contact.
Shawnee Murphy into the action for Munster. Here comes the throw from Varley, taken at the back by Peter O'Mahony, the captain. Bearman manages to upend Peter O'Mahony, who's appealing to the officials for a decision. Murray has his foot on the ball. He's telling O'Mahony to go infield. They want to set up another pod to have a drive at that Ospreys line. There's the pass. A little slip from the Munster men. Murray moves it infield one more time. O'Callaghan this time barging into 3 tacklers. Doesn't burst a hole in the defence. The ball is quickly recycled. Munster within 5 metres. O'Connell picks and drives, pushes the ball back through his legs. Both the fancies a go, pumps his legs. Duncan Jones is in his way. Munster 3 metres short. The ball squirts out. It's hacked downfield. O'Gara kicks it to Keatley. Keatley under all sorts of pressure from Ashley Beck. Munster somehow recover possession, but they're in disarray positionally. Ian Dupree's a little pick and drive towards the 22 as Munster attempt to set up an attacking platform once again. Colin took the pass low, stopped just outside the 22. It was tempting for Thomas. Murray takes it into contact. Good tackle from Duncan Jones.
Last feet, guys.
Varley gets across the 22-metre line. Joe Bearman competing, trying to disrupt the ruck. And Munster keeping the ball in the tight. Now moved a little bit wider. O'Gara had to stand and wait for it. And the black shirts come piling in. Can they turn over possession here? Isaacs is having a look to see is it coming back, but it's on the Munster side. Munster no real attacking line. Left or right from the men in the back division, so they're leaving it to the big men. Niall Ronan steps inside one tackle. The ball is loose. Came off a boot. Referee says play on. O'Connell waits. Little pop pass. Good interplay with Murray. But it's brilliant defence from the Ospreys. You have to admire their tenacity. Munster throwing everything at the Ospreys defence. They're still outside the 22, the men in red. Murray moves the ball one more time. This is O'Mahony. Jump backwards. Gets the ball back. Murray to O'Connell. McConnell steps inside one tackle, then he's held. Every metre is such a battle. Kick through from O'Gara. Tommy Bowe read it well and reacted well, but it's worked out okay for Munster. Now will Fussell be in trouble? He's thrown the ball into the crowd here after he was tackled into touch. No action taken by the referee. But the players can gather their breath. There's time for the Munster line out. The home fans are whistling. They want to bring on the final whistle, but Ospreys have a little bit more defending to do. Well, for their fighting defence in the last 15 minutes or so, you think they deserve something. The throw goes astray. Ospreys come up with possession. Tommy Bowe hacks it across the touchline. The Ospreys have held on for a famous victory. They won by 4 points in Munster. They won by 6 tonight. They came out firing in all cylinders at the start of the second half. They got 2 tries. Munster's only score in the second half was that penalty from O'Gara. Munster huffed and puffed. They pressed the Ospreys line in the last quarter of an hour, but the Ospreys held firm. You can tell by the smiles on their faces that delighted Ospreys side. Final score at the Liberty Stadium: Ospreys 19, Munster 13. Ospreys come again, lateral pass that time. Munster defence across, can they get their hands on it? Niall Ronan maybe managed to steal the ball. Munster come in and compete for it. Whistle blows, scrum Munster.
No, he was first man in. He's fallen there accidentally. You've got the scrum going forward.